So you guys, if you if you have a business, if you have a small business, you should consider thinking about being in our American Business Spotlight. You should do that because we have this wonderful community, this fantastic community that we've built, and we're all conservatives and we're all supporting one another. And then if you're a business, you can be supported by this wonderful community. We have this list of folks who are out there on our website, chicksontheright.com. And if you go to chicksontheright.com/sponsors and click on American Business Spotlight, which is our ABS folks, you can support them because they're conservative people who are doing what they do.
Mm-hmm.
So you can support them. And we all support one another. So maybe you should consider doing that. chicksontheright.com/sponsors. Click on American Business Spotlight. Go check out who's out there. There are a lot of wonderful people.
I keep one of the Taylor soaps on my right here all the time, just because it's like kind of acts like a room smeller. Oh God, it smells so good.
Hide your kids, hide your wives. Yeah, I have. Listen, I have a lot of like neat things in my office, but yes, like reminders of people who are in our American Business Spotlight. But definitely check that out. Do that. Also,
and wait, just really quickly, if you're interested in becoming part of it, just send an email to chicks@radioamerica.com.
Do that. And Jen will get back to you ASAP. She's our salesperson. Also, go to our website and you can see if you scroll down at chicksontheright.com, there is a place to click newsletter and subscribe to our newsletter if you haven't done that already. So think about doing that today.
Don't even just think about it. Just do it. Just like there's no thinking. Just do it.
Just get off your arse and do it.
And that way, when the S hits the fan, which inevitably it will, and we'll start getting blocked from all the platforms, you'll at least still be able to get our newsletter, which will then tell you, hey, here's what's going on, and here's where you can find us, and here's this and that. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's a good idea to stay connected.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
All right. Lots of little headlines to get to before we get to all the big news. So first and foremost, I don't think there's any bigger news story today than the fact that Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott have renamed their 16-month-old son.
16 months old. You guys, I don't think I can express the disdain I have for this family. I cannot overstate it. I don't understand why they're still a thing. I thought to myself years ago, this is just going to plummet. Like they're going to go away. They've not gone away. Why haven't they gone away? Why? Why are they still a thing?
They're just spawning new generations of them. And
yeah, so the kid's name was Wolf, and now it's what?
Now it's Aire, like AIRE.
Aire.
Aire is his new name. And listen, it's because they looked at that 16-month-old little precious boy
who already knows his name. Who already knows his name, because you do.
But they looked at him and they thought, you know what? You don't seem like a wolf. We're gonna just give you a whole new name, effective and now. Here's your new name.
Let's completely mess with your brain. It's bad enough that you're a Kardashian. Let's just go ahead. And your name was Wolf. Let's name you Aire.
So that's happening.
Family sucks.
Also, you will be pleased to note, everybody will be pleased to note that if you were worried that Anthony Fauci was sitting around in his retirement, not having anything to do, he has a new position as distinguished professor at Georgetown University.
Oh my God.
Because when you do terrible things, you get rewarded in this culture.
Yeah, definitely in this country. This is what we do. I cannot. Are you serious? He's teaching at Georgetown.
Serious.
Mm-hmm. What is he teaching? Do we know what he's teaching?
I don't even know if he's teaching anything as much as he's just getting the title of distinguished professor and a nice paycheck and like an advisory committee post,
and like
perhaps.
Tenure and like another pension of some sort.
I'm sure all those things are happening.
What a dick. Just cannot stand this guy. When is that going to end? Anyone? I just, again with the rewarding of the ickiness.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do. Kardashians and then the Fauci and then, okay. All right.
That's what we do.
Here we go.
There's a new lineup. I think I'm not sure when it takes effect actually on Fox. People have been waiting. Well, who's going to replace Tucker? Well, now they've shaken everything up. And so now it's going to be still the 5 at 5 special report, 6:00. They've moved Laura Ingraham to the 7:00, formerly Jesse Waters' position.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting how they did that. It's
I
going to be
don't think it's a good idea. That's my personal
really
view on it.
Why?
Because I feel like it was really good to have the 5 lead into Brett Baer and then lead right back into Jesse. It was kind of like Brett was the serious, straight balance news between two kind of Jesse related shows. So there was a lot of Jesse. And I think people who liked Jesse on the 5 liked knowing that they were going to get a bigger dose of him right after Special Report. Well, now Jesse has replaced Tucker. And now they've put Laura Ingraham right there. And I feel like she's so
serious.
Not like, I don't know that that's going to be a good lead in to Jesse, is my point. Not that there's anything wrong with Laura. It's just that I just don't know that she's a good lead in. So she's going to be 7, Jesse's 8, Hannity stays at 9, Gutfeld is now at 10, and then Trace Gallagher's news show is going to be at 11.
The whole network's going to tank soon anyway.
I think that's probably right.
It's just tanking. So. It's like it's basically a sinking ship. So I mean, they did the whole here's roll of the dice. Yeah, go. Let's see where everything lands. This is what they did, and then they're like, "Oh, this is great. Let's do this new lineup." Woo! It's like it's you guys suck now. It's like it's not gonna. Listen. Jesse's fine. I like Jesse. I like Greg Gutfeld, who's now at 10. Right? You said 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's fine. I can't watch Greg Gutfeld because he's too late because we have to get up
way too late.
The butt crack of dawn. But I mean, that's fine. Those two are great, but it's not enough to save a network.
No, it's not. And
Tucker's gone. You guys screwed up.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the new lineup. I'm not exactly sure when that takes effect. Maybe Monday, maybe today. I don't know. It doesn't matter, but that's
people happening. Are asking, is Brett gone? Brett's not
No,
gone.
He's still there.
He's still
there.
He's
still 6:00 with Special Report.
Right.
So that has not changed. And also we mentioned yesterday, the reason for my name today, Lance Mockstrong, is because we mentioned yesterday that Lance Armstrong was going to start a new docu-series, and the first episode was going to be with Caitlyn Jenner, and Lance sort of spun it and teased it up as like he's not afraid of being canceled and he's a man of courage and he's going to talk about the issues and he's going to say all the things no matter what the consequences. It was a bunch of bull crap, you guys. So thanks, first of all, to Nancy for sending me the link of where to find it, because yesterday we didn't know how to watch it.
Right.
Nancy sent me the link. It was on YouTube. I watched it. And Lance Armstrong is a terrible interviewer. Granted, Caitlyn Jenner talks a lot, and it's very difficult to get a word in edgewise.
So she carried it. She carried
Oh my God. Yeah. And I agree with Caitlyn's position on trans and sports. She's very much in favor of fairness for women and protecting women's sports. Lance Armstrong, despite how he spun it, never once said where he stood. And so he's not some big, brave, amazing truth teller. He's a coward. And if this is how the whole docuseries is going to be, where he's going to take super controversial issues and just let other people risk getting canceled, well, that's not very brave. So yeah. I'm not going to watch any more of it.
He should probably buy a ball. You know? What does that mean?
He should
could
use an extra ball.
Like a ball. And then, yeah.
It was not good, you guys. So I would just not spend too much time finding it and watching it, because
listen, we do this for a living, and and a lot of people, I tread lightly here. I think a lot of people think, oh, it's super easy to do it. You can do it. You can interview anybody. It's like, I'm just going to become a podcaster. It's like, Lance, I'm not going to go and be like, I'm going to go do the Tour de France. Woo! I mean, I cycle, but it's like, I know my limitations on stuff.
Yeah.
And so, maybe he should have just not.
Well, and I should have known from even the teaser clip, right? Like that, because he's just such a not good communicator. Like it takes him a long time to get out a thought. And then you'll notice when he starts to ask Caitlyn a question, he gets off on his own tangents. Like he can't even focus on what he wants to ask. So it just made for not very great interview. Caitlyn, of course, held his own,
Right.
and really loves telling the story about, the Olympics, about being part of the whole Kardashian, whatever. I mean, very, very good at talking. Like that's not a weakness on Caitlyn Jenner's
Yeah.
part. So if you're interested in that story, then you might enjoy it. It's just if you're looking at it to think that Lance Armstrong is doing some sort of amazing, brave work, no, that's not
Yeah.
that is
Although
not what's
he's
happening.
gonna draw some, publicity because he is who he
Yeah,
is. And so
maybe.
he knows that, and I guess good for him. If it's a grift, go for it.
I
I'm a
guess
capitalist,
so.
go for it, right? Yeah.
Speaking of capitalism, can I
Mhm.
just remind everybody about how amazing Rough Greens is for your dogs? This is the stuff. This is the green powder for dogs that was created by the founder, naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black, who has been focusing on the health of dogs for his entire career. And he has created the most amazing, I don't know, blend of nutrients, of vitamins, minerals, digestive enzymes, antioxidants, probiotics, omegas, all the things that your dog needs to live its longest, healthiest life. And the best part is that dogs think this is the biggest treat ever. So you sprinkle this on their dead kibble and it brings it to life, and they are so happy with you because they think that you've like given them this huge reward of tasty goodness, and they love it, and it helps in so many ways. Energy, coat, shine of their coat, their teeth, their breath, all of the things that are, that can be like trouble spots for dogs. Rough Greens is the answer, and you can try it for free. You can get a free Jumpstart trial bag of Rough Greens. You just cover shipping. All you have to do is visit roughchicks.com. That's RUFF chicks.com. Your dog is going to thank you, and you're going to feel really good because you're going to be like helping extend the life of your dog. And who doesn't want to do that?
And
Everybody
Denise, to
wants to do
answer your question, yes, we're starting to sprinkle it on Coda's food a little bit. So yes,
that.
you can give it to puppies. You can,
Is he loving it?
he's a 60-pound puppy. I don't know. So it's maybe a little different than most puppies, but yes, I guess you may want to ask your vet, but I feel like puppies are it's natural. It's all natural. It's what.
Mhm.
And we give him the rough green sticks. We've given him those rough greens sticks, like they're bones, but they're not really bones. We've
Yeah.
given those to him from literally the day that he came to our house when he was 12, not 10 weeks old. And he chewed on those because they don't hurt his tummy. So, rough greens is the best, you guys. It is the absolute best. All natural stuff, wonderful for your dogs. Yeah.
Roughchicks.com. Okay. Did I miss any? Oh, I did want to mention one more thing before we get to videos, and that is that yesterday, as you might recall, if you joined in or watched yesterday's live stream, we showed some really vile pride parade footage, and it was all blurred out. Like, we didn't actually show any of the nakedness. That kids and the streets were lined with people who were subjected to all these naked dudes in pride. And in New York City, that was in Seattle. Then in New York City, they were like at a fountain, and there were like just boobs and dinglings, like dingalinging all over the place, right? And it was completely in public. So we show the censored version of those videos here in our live stream, and YouTube slapped a warning label on our video yesterday,
Even with
such that
this?
now if you go to YouTube and want to watch it, you have to like confirm you're 18 or older and that you're going to be okay if you see this triggering content. And I'm like, you people at YouTube would probably take your kids to the freaking
Right.
parade.
Exactly. And they probably did. So many of them probably did. And they have the audacity to do that to us. They want an excuse to censor us. That's all they're doing. And
So
so it's
unbelievable.
just maddening, you guys. This is what YouTube is doing. Can you believe that crap? Yeah. Probably some of the guys at YouTube were out there in the parade,
Right.
flinging their dingalings at kids, you know? And so we're just like, you gotta be kidding me with this crap. It's crazy. It's like our country has become so communist.
And I guarantee you, if you go to try to watch Cardi B's WAP video,
right.
There's probably no age restriction
Not
on it.
at all. They just encourage it. It's totally okay. It's outrageous what's happening in this country, and it's all over the place. And just to go back to yesterday, what happened, in the pride parades over the weekend. Could you imagine if straight people did that stuff? Can you
Oh my
imagine?
God.
It's like I was talking to my mother last night, who's almost 80 years old, and we were talking on the phone about that, and we hadn't talked since since before the weekend, and she was like, "If I walked out of my house naked, I'd be arrested."
Yeah.
It's just like, I know, Ma. I mean, I know it's it's crazy. Like, and she's talking about how her dad. She goes, if my dad were alive, if your granddaddy were alive today, he would be looking at the country like, what in the hell is going on? And it's true. Like, imagine if like some of your grandparents, your great grandparents were alive and they were looking at our country right now and what they would be thinking about the state of our union. I mean, it's like, think about that. Think about that. And a lot of us don't. Like, a lot of us are just, we're looking around and we're saying, okay, everything's, because it's kind of like the frogs in the boiling water. And we're just seeing like the craziness and the debauchery and the culture rot and the nastiness. And we're getting sort of, I don't want to say we're getting used to it, but we're sort of getting used to the crazy, because it's something, I mean, it's kind of like seeing Biden saying something stupid every day. We get used to the craziness because there's craziness every single day. But imagine if our great grandparents came back and they saw the way that the country is and all that stuff with the pride and just everything. Imagine what they would say about the state of our union. It's nuts, you guys.
It's completely
right.
borked. It is all completely borked.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get into some videos. So, big breaking news on CNN last night. It very, very curiously and mysteriously, somehow, in some way, CNN got their hands on a leaked audio tape, the leaked audio tape of Trump that we've heard reported about. Trump handling the classified document, waving it around to some people in a room, and admitting in this tape that it was a classified document, that he could no longer declassify it because he's not president anymore, blah, blah, blah. So you all know about the tape. Well, now somehow CNN got their hands on it. How do you think that happened? Huh.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, every day,
It's just unreal.
It's extraordinary how it always happens to Trump too.
It's so crazy.
Extraordinary. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, we'll let you, it has captions, so it's transcribed. And so if it's difficult to hear, I don't think it is. It seems pretty clear. So Anderson will explain who is in the room. Then you'll hear and see the tape. And then we've got reaction from Ari Fleischer and from Kayleigh McEnany, both on the Hannity show. And, Hannity raises some good questions. They all actually raise some very, very good points about this. I'll just let it play through. Here, first of all, is Anderson.
Clearly hear the former president as he is speaking to several people. According to the special counsel's indictment, they include a writer working on Mark Meadows' memoir, the publisher, and 2 of Trump's staff members. The president was aware he was being recorded. This is the first time it is being played publicly.
These are bad, sick people.
That was your coup, against you.
It started right at the
beginning.
Like
when Milley's talking about, you were going to try to do a coup. No, they were trying to do that before you even were sworn in.
That's right.
Trying to overthrow your election.
Well, with Milley, let me see that. I'll show you an example. He said that I wanted to attack Iran. Isn't it amazing? I have a big pile of papers. This thing just came up. Look. This was him. They presented me this. This is off the record, but they presented me this. This was him. This was the Defense Department and him. Wow. We looked at some. This was him. This wasn't done by me. This was him. All sorts of stuff. It's pages long. Look. Wait a minute. Let's see here.
Yeah.
I just found, isn't that amazing? This totally wins my case, Mm-hmm. Except it is like highly confidential, secret. This is secret information. But look at this. You attack, and
Hillary would print that out all the time.
She'd send it to Anthony Weiner, the pervert. By the way, isn't that incredible? Though?
Yeah.
I was just saying, because we were talking about it, and he said he wanted to attack Iran and what? These are the papers.
Wow.
This was done by the military, given to me. I think we can probably, right?
I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to try to figure out
declassified.
yeah.
See, as president, I could have declassified
Yeah.
it. Now I can't, but this is
Yeah,
classified.
now we have a problem.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, it's so. We here and I have, and you probably almost didn't believe me, but now you believe me.
No, I believe
It's
you.
incredible, right?
No,
Hey, bring some cokes in, please.
So there it is.
I just
that's the tape.
honestly, it's like I look at this and I'm like, why don't we ever see? First of all, I don't understand why things are leaked always with him and not with anybody else. And so this just makes me go, it's just more hit job crap against him. This will embolden him even more. Don't they understand this? It's just going to make him stronger. It's like, they don't effing get it. These people don't get it. It's just going to make him do better. And it's going to make him win is what it's going to do. It's just going to make him win the primary. I mean,
but some people argue that's exactly what Democrats want. And some Democrats say that they want him to be the guy.
And then they're just going to keep pummeling him and pummeling him and pummeling him. And then it could potentially make him win the general. I mean, it's like, this is the thing. They're going to just keep going after this guy. And eventually I think it'll backfire on him, Mock. I mean, they cannot keep going after him because what's happening here is they're demonizing him to the point where he really is emboldening. Like he's looking at us and he's saying they're coming after you. And you know what? A lot of people believe that. And I feel that too. Like, because I really do feel like if they can do it to somebody like him, they can do it to me. There are elements of that. And they are out of control. These people are out of freaking control. And it's not okay that like we see a lot of this stuff that's leaked for him. And it's like, well, why have we never seen anything for Hillary Clinton? Why have we never seen anything leaked? And it is kind of interesting. Like we found out about the burner phone yesterday for Joe Biden. Where's that information?
Right.
It's like, why is that stuff not talked about on CNN? Why is it that there's such a skewed media? It's like, it's just so interesting, the timing of all of this stuff. It's not interesting. It's bullcrap is what it is. And
it's so ridiculous that this would even ever get leaked to the press. I mean, that's
ridiculous and it's
unacceptable.
And people are seeing that. People know, smart people know that it's purposeful is what it is.
Yeah.
It's planted and it's purposeful and it's like the media, it's a propaganda machine. That's what they're doing. And they're planting things and they're telling us this is what you need to know right now. And then this is what you don't need to know. We're going to go ahead and withhold stuff that you don't need to know. When we're hearing about stuff like the burn, it's like, I want to know more about the burn. Why isn't somebody talking about that? And so people are getting smart to this stuff and it's starting to really backfire on them.
We'll see. There's, I think the two reactions that we have, because Hannity was like, wait a minute, he's got questions. He's asking Ari for his take. Now, Ari has a difficult time defending the president on this particular matter because it does seem clear that Trump is essentially admitting, hey, I have all these classified documents and I'm holding them up. And so it's hard to defend that. And I think we've said before, two things can be true at the same time. Trump may have actually messed up. And it can also be true that the consequences that he is facing are utterly over the top and ridiculous and not fair.
Exactly.
So both of those things can be in play at the same time. But Kayleigh, and I'll just play Ari and Kayleigh together. Kayleigh is the one that, and I wonder if Trump is going to still call her milquetoast after this. She's the one saying, I thought we were supposed to regain our trust in these agencies, and now we've got a new leak. Are you freaking serious? Right. So here is Hannity, Ari, and Kayleigh.
Prosecute. Now, while he did say, this is stuff that he got from the military that would be highly confidential and secret, and says at another point, as president, I could have declassified it. Now I couldn't. But now, it would still be a secret. That does not confirm for me whether or not specifically this document was declassified or not. Was that actually the real document, or was it a story that he was telling? And my understanding is that particular document was never found by the special counsel or by the raid at Mar-a-Lago, but I might be mistaken on that. I don't think I am.
Well, Sean, maybe that will be Donald Trump's defense. I don't know what his defense will be over this document. But as somebody who used to routinely handle classified information, I do have to say that is not how you are supposed to handle it. If it is a secret, top secret, whatever the classification is document, you may not show it to anybody who doesn't have such a clearance. It may not leave a SCIF. It can't be in a place like Mar-a-Lago, which was not a SCIF. So on this, I'm not sympathetic. I've always said that he shouldn't have been indicted over this. I think that was overreach and it went too far. But I also think that the president went too far in taking classified documents. He should have returned them all when the government said they wanted them back.
That is a key point. I sit here and I see these things, these details of a case in a court of law by a special counsel come in, and they're aired on CNN. We get a transcript of the tape. We get a audio recording of the tape. How does that happen? How is that not violative of the process? And at a time when I saw today an NBC poll in the 30 percentile is the approval rating of the DOJ and the FBI. We need confidence in our government and our institutions. And clearly, this doesn't instill much when this is getting leaked to the likes of CNN.
Right. That's the question.
Yeah.
How is this happening?
Question. And to my point, I think that people are like, they're freaking out and they're like, okay, well, who do we trust? We can't trust them. We can't trust the Democrats. We can't trust our media. And so people are going to start going, okay, well, then who is right? And granted, he may have screwed up handling some of these classified documents, but they're freaking documents. Like, it's like, so who is the person people are going to cling to? At the end of the day, I don't know. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, but I do think people are going to start going, okay, well, this guy is the one who's being demonized. He's the one who he's the one who's going to be emboldened, Miriam. I just think that is the one that people are going to, not everybody, but a lot of people who are sitting on the fence. I don't know who the freak those people are, but I think a lot of those people are going to start going, okay, well, I identify with him because eventually they can start coming for me. The IRS, the FBI, the DOJ, the CIA, all these people that I don't trust anymore. And then the media, who's like totally lying to us every single day, they could be coming for me eventually. So, I mean, I identify more with Donald Trump than anybody else, which is freaking weird, but I mean, but I do. And that's who people are going to start identifying with. And if they don't already. I mean, that's how I feel anyway, even though I don't agree with some of the stuff that he's done.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, these government agencies and the media and the Democrat, they're out of control.
And they're so in cahoots with one another,
And they're so overconfident and pompous about it. Like they have no remorse. They just feel like they are untouchable. It's sort of like,
they have been.
They have been. They are completely untouchable. That's it. And case in point is Joe Biden at the state dinner bringing his crackhead loser son to it.
And his brother.
Right. I mean, they're like, we'll do whatever we want and everybody will like it.
And we'll hold up our middle fingers at you while we do it. Right. That's essentially what's happening.
And it's the day after that he was just given a sweetheart deal. It's like, the arrogance is astounding to me. It's astounding.
And the arrogance and the gaslighting. And so, and you'll hear now from KJP, who was asked, hey, in light of this whole deal that Hunter has made, and in light of all the conversations surrounding the fact that there may have been business dealings with Biden and his brother and other family members, is the White House doing anything to sort of tighten the reins on, like maybe raising the guardrails a little bit to make sure that there's no illusion of impropriety, right? And her answer is to brag, and I'm not making this up, you're about to hear it. It's to brag about the very transparent ethics that this White House has. And this is when I'm just like, this goes beyond gaslighting. This is just freaking insane. Here she is.
I'm going to be, again, very mindful because this is all connected to a case that the DOJ is currently overseeing, so I'm not going to comment on that specifically. But as you know, and we have laid out very early on in this administration, when it comes to ethics, when it comes to how we all kind of move about and how we respect clearly the government ethics here. This is an administration that has been incredibly transparent on that.
Oh, really?
And has put some very strict rules. And so I can speak to that. I can speak to how the president has moved forward in making sure that the people who work for him and himself are held to kind of a strict course of action. But I'm not going to speak to anything that's related to the case.
It's incredible.
That was the biggest bunch of bullshit. It's like, that's all that was. It was just round and round BS is what that was. Transparency? Are you serious? They're like as transparent as mud, these people. And they just deflect and gaslight. That's all they do. It's craziness. Transparency. Okay.
Well, and hilariously, even though everybody is feeling the pinch from inflation that is just relentless and the prices of everything and just the economy in general being a big crap hole, they have decided, the White House has decided that in advance of this upcoming election cycle and for this campaign of Joe Biden for re-election, they're going to repackage his accomplishments and his messaging into a new word, and that word is Bidenomics.
Oh my God.
And so they want everyone to know that what we're feeling right now is good. And it's Bidenomics, and they want that name to stick. So she was asked at the same presser yesterday by a reporter, hey, do you think that maybe that's a bad idea? Because they're like, all the polls are showing that people think the country is going in the wrong direction and that the economy is a crap hole. So is that really a good idea? And here she is explaining why, yes, it absolutely is.
Well, one of the reasons I ask is because, the latest CNN polling showed that just 34% of Americans approve of the president's handling of the economy. So is there a risk that this new branding could backfire? And are you confident that this new messaging push is going to change Americans' opinions of the president's handling of the economy?
So we believe our job is to continue to speak to the American people, to lay out what it is that the president is doing on behalf of American families. And that is important. And we have the data to prove it. We have the numbers to show that his economic policy has indeed worked. Look,
Working.
I kind of talked about this moments ago. This has been a challenging time for Americans, right? You had the pandemic. We just had my colleague here talk about the war that Mr. Putin has started in Ukraine and what that has done to inflation, not just here but around the world. So we know that the American people they're dealing with a lot. But what we believe is that we have done the work. And we have shown that inflation has indeed come down. It is still too high, and so the president's going to talk to that. He's going to speak to where the American people are, and he's going to make sure that we lay out what is it that we have been able to do in a historic fashion to deal with what the American people is currently dealing with. But look. 13 million jobs. Again, when you think about how Americans feel better about their personal finances, that is important. When you think about wages are going up, when you think about the really good paying, millions of good paying jobs, that union jobs that his policies are going to create.
No. I'm going to run directly to Twitter to see all the memes. There's going to be so many memes about Bidenomics. It's like, he's stealing from Reagan, first of all, which is not okay. That's not okay.
Right.
He should never do that. Like that. That is, it's just blasphemous. And then there's going to be so many people out there that are like, oh, hell no. It's going to be so ratioed on Twitter. I cannot wait to see all the memes.
Their communications department is the literal worst. This is their plan.
It's toddlers. It's gotta be toddlers. They're like, you guys, let's just like spin it. It's gonna be great. We're gonna call it Bidenomics. It's like if we just PR the crap out of it, people are gonna think it's great. No, that's not how any of this works. No.
Well, we're just all too dumb to understand that really what the economy is great. It's just we don't feel it or see it or have any sense of it whatsoever. But it is great, and you know that because they're telling us that.
Oh my God, it's a bunch of Gen Zers in that department. You know it is. They're like, you guys, let's just call it this new thing. I read this thing once, like in a book. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a book, but it was called Reaganomics. We're just going to call it Bidenomics, and all the boomers will think it's great. No.
No.
Big mistake. Huge.
You guys, before we get to more on Bidenomics, because I have Anita Dunn to weigh in, and she's also utterly ridiculous. There's a new trailer out for Sound of Freedom, and we talked about this last week. Sound of Freedom is this new movie with Jim Caviezel, with Mira Sorvino, and it is based on a true story. It is absolutely amazing. I was able to pre-screen it. It comes out some areas July 3rd, but for sure it's for the 4th of July. They are trying to pack theaters for the 4th of July week during its premiere week so that they can get into more theaters and make sure as many people see this film as possible. I know you're going to want to. I'm going to show you the newest trailer and you're going to be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to need to see that ASAP. The way to do it is to pre-order your tickets at angel.com/freedom. If you need tickets, maybe you can't afford a movie right now. There's this whole push that they have right now where you can also buy tickets for someone else. And there's been a ton of donors who have bought tickets for other people who cannot otherwise afford to go. So you can either do that, you can be a donor, or you can take advantage of the donor's generosity. All of this is at angel.com/freedom. You guys. Oh my God.
I know, right? I know.
It's so freaking good, you guys. I can't. Like, I
see so many people that have bought tickets for the 4th.
And I'm so glad.
I'm watching it tonight, but I also want to see it in the theater if I can see it. Because I'm a big theater person. I want to see it in the theater too. I don't just want to watch it like on a small screen. I know I have to, but I want to see it in the theater too. And so that's the thing. I'll probably see it twice. So
I can't, like, that's one of those movies that, man, I was so wrecked by it the first time. I don't know if I can do it again.
You don't know if you can see it in the theater. Yeah, I'll probably see it twice. So the thing is, I'm going to buy tickets, I think, for like next week, and then I'll have to watch it twice. So anyways, I know it's so good on you guys for buying tickets, but because it'll be phenomenal. And Jim Caviezel, oh my God.
I
love him. Yeah.
It is. You will not be disappointed. And the fact that it's based on a true story is just even more freaking amazing. It's just fantastic. Marino, you cannot watch it online that I'm aware of. We were treated to a pre-screen of it because we wanted to
we have
be able to tell everybody about it. And so I don't think you can watch it online, at least not yet.
We can't. I'm sorry.
Their goal is to see it in the theater. They want people to pack the theaters next week. Yeah. So yes, the link again, I will show it again, angel.com/freedom. I think on the bottom left of that screen, I think it says get tickets or give tickets or something like that. If you click on that button that says give or get tickets, you can do both. Okay. So you can either be a donor or you can get tickets if you need tickets. Angel.com/freedom. So please, please, please pack the theaters next week because everybody needs to see it. Okay. We talked about the Bidenomics. I want to make sure that we get to Anita Dunn, who is still apparently she's one of the senior advisors for Biden, just like she was for Obama. And Mika Brzezinski was talking to her about this whole new packaged messaging of Bidenomics and how, why aren't people across America feeling how great everything Joe Biden has made it?
Not with this.
What's wrong with us, you guys? So here's Mika and Anita.
I would ask why it isn't translating into more support for Joe Biden.
Well, I think what you're seeing right now, Mika, is people are just starting to really feel the effects of these programs that got put in place the first 2 years of Joe Biden's presidency. He had a truly historic rate of success when it comes to major economic programs that are building the foundation and the infrastructure for America to lead the world, not just in innovation, but in manufacturing, in the number of jobs we've created, in exports again. People are starting to feel that now.
Are they? What? I don't.
Are they?
What? These people are on a different planet. I don't know. Like, what is it? Seriously, is it because Mika lives in the Hamptons or something, right? So Probably. She lives in a different world, obviously. And then Anita Dunn gets checks from us.
Right.
So she just gets endless supplies of money from all of us, losers who give her money, right? I mean, this is endless. It's endless. She will never go without a paycheck because she's a government employee. So, I mean, okay, so maybe they live in a different world. This is what I'm understanding. Correctly, right? They don't.
Oh yeah. I mean, the fact that they're like, I don't understand why people don't understand how great things are. What could be the reason?
Do they have personal shoppers that go out and get them things? Because they've never spent time in a grocery store. Like, what is going on with these broads? Okay.
It's unreal. But because Anita Dunn reminded me of Anita Dunn from back in the day, I was like, isn't she the one that like idolizes Mao Zedong and also had a problem with her tongue?
She's a commie.
When she was talking about Mao.
Yeah, she's a commie.
And then I was like, didn't we post that like way back in the day of our earliest posts in 2009?
We're going to take a trip back.
We're going to take a trip back to memory lane. And in fact, you can tell it's a trip back because look at Glenn Beck. He looks nothing like that anymore.
Right? It's so funny. This is like back when we started our site. Like,
This is old, you guys. This is very old, but I don't know. I still to this day do not know what Anita's tongue issue was.
You guys can help us.
It's like a dog with peanut butter is what she looks like. Check this out.
A lot of you have a great deal of ability. A lot of you work hard, put them together, and that answers the why not question. There's usually not a good reason. And then the third lesson and tip actually come from two of my favorite political philosophers, Mao Zedong and Mother Teresa. Not often coupled with each other. But the two people that I turn to most to basically deliver a simple point, which is you're going to make choices. You're going to challenge. You're going to say, why not? You're going to figure out how to do things that have never been done before. But here's the deal. These are your choices. They are no one else's.
Why?
I'm sorry, commie got your tongue? She really likes commies, you guys. She does.
Not okay. I don't know
something's wrong with this area right here. I don't know. Somebody said that's what snakes do. It's true. It's true. Serpent.
Oh my God. Anyway, so there is that.
It was a nice walk back on memory lane. It was good.
Thank you. Thought you would enjoy it. I don't know if you guys heard that in New York City, there's a new crackdown on coal ovens, and this affects pizza makers, pizza bakers, and some of the best in New York City. And Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports, very upset about this, had to call one of his emergency press conferences, which I'm sure if you follow Barstool Sports, you're very familiar with his emergency press conferences. So you're going to hear from him first, talking about how utterly insane this is. And this is, of course, all under the guise of, we got to save the environment. And the way to do that is to make pizza bakers not use coal ovens.
It's a war on pizza.
That'll do
it. This is so dumb.
So hide your kids, hide your wives, because as you know, Dave Portnoy has a mouth, right? And so we're going to hear him first, and then we're going to see the reaction that an actual pizza baker had outside of the legislature building. And he was mad, you guys. So you're going to see both of those things. Here we go.
Apparently, in New York City, some fucking little liberal arts, Ivy League, pink-haired, crazy liberal who's never worked one day in the real world is on an environmental commission. And they woke up from their little nappy poo, wherever that may be. And they're like, I figured out how to save the world today. We have to get rid of coal oven pizzerias in New York City. We got to stop that. The emissions, I guess, is pollution, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Pizzerias use coal ovens. All the best. All the best. John's a Bleecker, Patsy's, Totano's, you fucking name it. Any pizza place, they're like, oh, this is Manhattan. This is old school. This is what people think about when they think of NYC. They have a coal oven. They've been grandfathered in. They've been there for 100 fucking years minimum, most of them. In this environmental commission, la-di-da-da person wakes up and wants to ban coal ovens? Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know what's going on in New York? You got rats. You got trash in the city. You got fucking cars, planes, private planes. You got people getting slashed on the subway. You got flash mobs robbing stores. And you're coming for coal oven pizzerias? You think shutting down like 10 to 15 pizza places is gonna make a fucking difference? They've been there for 100 fucking years.
The woke-ass idiots who run this city are doing everything in their power to destroy it. We have naked men with their titties bouncing around all over the city yesterday, in public, in front of children. We have the most violent, raging crime rate ever. We are being invaded by illegal immigrants who are being treated way better than our homeless veterans,
Damn
our
right.
teachers, and first responder heroes who were fired, still not compensated because they didn't take the Fauci injection. Our city schools produce the dumbest kids, and the woke-ass punks who run New York City are afraid of pizza.
Preach.
The world used to respect New Yorkers as tough, thick-skinned, and gritty. Now we have become pussified. It's a damn shame. You heard of the Boston Tea Party? Well, this is the New York, this is the New York Pizza Party. Give us pizza or give us death.
I love him.
Now this part, it's just a waste of pizza, I gotta say.
I know. It looks so good. That pizza looks amazing, doesn't it?
I mean, I would gladly eat some of that.
I want that pizza, you guys. It looks so good.
So good.
Yeah, they have become pussified.
Anyway, I blocked her. Everybody stop yelling at me. There was like this woman that was a troll, and so many people were like, block her, block her, block her, Mock, block her. I did.
Well, who was it? What was she saying? Was she being?
I don't even know. People were just I don't even know.
Biatch?
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't see any of her comments,
We'll
but
get up
yeah.
this early to be a biatch. Like, find a hobby. I swear, these
real.
people are such losers.
Speaking of losers, there is a Democrat state senator in Rhode Island by the name of Joshua Miller. And Joshua Miller saw a truck in a parking lot that had a Biden sucks bumper sticker on it. And so this state senator, this Democrat state senator, was so butthurt and triggered by that mean bumper sticker that he decided to vandalize and key this guy's truck.
Oh my God.
The problem is that it was caught on tape. And so
everything's videotaped. Yeah.
Everything's videotaped. So I have some of the body cam footage of the cop that ended up being called to the scene to question this guy. He tries to say that the guy in the truck was threatening him and that he knew who he was. First of all, how many people know what their state senators look like? I'm guessing it's a very tiny percentage of people.
But there was nobody in the car, right?
Right. That was the other thing. The guy was not even in his truck. So
yeah, because he probably did it as a complete coward and a loser, liberal who was like, I'm just going to go ahead and vandalize this car when nobody's in it, because he wouldn't have had the balls to do it when somebody was in it.
Exactly.
Let's get real. Yeah,
exactly. So I present to you Joshua Miller from Rhode Island. Check this out.
How you doing, bud? I just need you to step out the truck for me, all right?
Sure.
You mind shutting it off? I'll explain to you when you get out here, okay?
What a loser.
You want to come right back here for me?
Oh my gosh.
Rank 5, I'm at 1 male detained for right now. All right, listen, I have to detain you for right now, all right? I'm investigating a crime, okay?
Okay.
All right.
If it's a maniac who yelled at me in the car next to me?
Oh my God.
They weren't in the car next to you. There was no one in the car.
Yeah.
There was no one in the car.
He was blocking my way, saying I scratched his car. I didn't scratch his car. I'm a state senator. I think he recognized me. I think he's one of the gun nuts. He called out my name. I never told him my name.
All right. So, he didn't say any of that, okay?
Yeah,
he definitely didn't recognize you. I know he didn't say that.
Yeah.
So, all right. His car was keyed. It was freshly keyed.
Yeah.
All right. And that's what we're investigating right now.
Okay.
And seeing, he pretty much heard it and saw you.
Yeah.
And you had keys in your hand as well.
That's because I just came out of my car.
Well, that would make sense, but the way that he explained it seemed much a little bit more in depth than that, okay?
Yeah.
All right, he can hear it like fresh. It was, he can hear the scratching, and he approached you and asked you. You kind of just walked away.
No,
and
because he called out my name.
Yeah, he didn't say he called out your name, but
he called out my name, and I was worried that he was one of the gun nuts who stalked me at the State House. So I kept walking.
Well, yeah, I don't think he was that. He seemed a little young. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. Okay.
He made all of that up.
He completely made it up.
He just made all of
Completely made it up.
What a freaking liar. I mean, I just cannot believe these people. This is the Democrat Party, you guys, the party of lies. I mean, I guess they went ahead and showed that the other day with Adam Schiff, right?
Yeah.
They showed how much it's okay. They celebrate the lies. And there you have it. They're showing it again. Like this guy's like, listen, we're the party of lies. So I'm going to go ahead and just lie my ass off right here to a cop. Unbelievable. Wow.
And in the State House, when a gun nut, according to this clown, approaches him to explain, hey, there's a Second Amendment and you are not to infringe on my rights. This is the state senator, same guy, this Joshua Miller guy. This is how he and his staffer respond to their constituents. Hide your kids, hide your wives.
Yeah, the Second Amendment shall not be infringed. You people need to understand that. Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Comment, sir. Thank you.
It's a state senator.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
Good comment, sir.
The majority's outside.
State senator.
That's lovely. So, this first of all, he looks like a shorter, squattier, fatter version of that guy from Revenge of the Nerds. You guys know who I'm talking about?
Oh my God. Moranis?
Yeah.
Rick Moranis?
Yeah, I was trying to place it. The guy that was in the movie Revenge of the Nerds. You know what I'm talking about? Like the main guy. I don't know his name.
I don't.
You guys should probably
remember.
know. But
They probably know.
But that's who he looks like. The guy from the actual movie Revenge of the Nerds. I don't know the actor's name. Anyways, he is a state senator. People elected this guy.
Mhm.
This is who
represents
people in our country. We are doomed.
Carla, that was Rhode Island. That was Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. Yes.
Yeah.
I just am. Wow. This is astounding to me. And just a liar, a total liar.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing will happen to this guy. Again, no accountability, none. And he'll probably
is he going to be forced to step down? No,
Right.
he'll probably be celebrated.
he'll be exactly. He'll be reelected.
Mm-hmm.
It's unreal because he's a Democrat and this is the Democrat Party. Congratulations, Democrats. This is what you represent.
Congrats.
What a loser.
I have a mishmash of videos to share with you to lead us into whack. The first one was a weird, joke that Biden tried to make yesterday when he was leading a discussion with his cabinet and with the Prime Minister of India. And I don't know. You tell me if you think he was joking. Whatever he was doing, saying that he sold state secrets, inappropriate, totally inappropriate. And then just the slurriness and like his inability to just sound like he's not mumbling in this company it's just unreal. So this is how the meeting kicked off.
Just thanking, anyway, I started off without you. And I sold a lot of state secrets and a lot of very important things that we shared. Now, all kidding aside, look, we're teaming up to design and develop new technology that are going to transform the lives of our people around the world. And together, we're lifting the private and public partners to make this possible, including launching a new program between India and America, American astronauts, Indian astronauts, entrepreneurs, scientists, students. Simply put, our countries are taking innovation and cooperation to a new level.
I mean,
Why is he the way he is?
The selling, because he's old as dirt. Like the selling state secrets thing. I don't think he's lying. I think he just said the quiet part out loud.
Yeah, same.
And everybody's like, oh God, like, yeah. It's like people are laughing. It's not funny. It's not even funny. It's not a joke. He wasn't joking. He just like had a momentary lapse of judgment of what he was supposed to say out loud because he's senile.
Right.
Good Lord, we're witnessing dementia like on full display, and everybody's just like, oh God.
Did you see how irritated the Prime Minister looked, though? He was just like, he could not have been more bored.
he has got to want to go home at this point. What is he? When is he going home? Is he?
I don't know.
Are they ever going home? Are they? Just,
I don't
know.
Going on? Yesterday, we were talking about how excited we all are about the end of this week, because on the 30th, we had hoped that Pride Month would officially be over.
Right.
But then we had the Secretary of Health and Human Services make this announcement.
Hello, my name is Admiral Rachel Levine, and I have the honor of being the Assistant Secretary for Health at the United States Department of Health and Human Services. Happy Pride. Happy Pride Month, and actually, let's declare it a summer of pride. Happy summer of pride.
Jeez.
Let's just not declare it that. That person's a caricature of a human. I can't. I just can't. It's like, I'm an admiral. Really? Yeah,
No,
I
you're
can't.
not.
I just I'm sorry, I can't. This world is so crazy, you guys.
It's never going to end, though, you guys. The flag, the rainbow, it's going to be the summer of rainbows.
God help us if anybody declares war on the United States, because it's going to be, we're so screwed. We're just completely screwed. Like, everybody just kiss your butts goodbye. Like, seriously, because that's who is going to be fighting the war for us.
They're in charge.
That individual. Mm-hmm.
Hunter Biden, as we know, is a complete screw up in basically every possible way. But because he's also gotten this recent sweetheart deal, and we know so much about the criminality that he was engaged in, now, it's become obviously front and center for this White House. It's become something that's a topic that's unavoidable, seeing as how this deal was made and so on. But leave it to leftists to show the positive side, if there is one, of this story. And this is how they're reacting to it. They are getting emotional, okay? Because you're going to hear Ana Navarro kind of sound emotional about what a beautiful example this is of a father and son relationship.
The Hunter Biden story, the scandal, the this, the that, it's also the story of a father's love. And Joe Biden has never and will never give up on his son Hunter, and will never treat him lesser than. And so he is a father first. Take it or leave it.
How does the Biden White House...
Take it or leave it, you guys.
Take it or leave it, you guys. I mean, it's a father and son story. That's what it is.
It's a magical story of love.
And every time you hear about Hunter from a Democrat and like all the crap that he's done, all of the crimes he's committed and then never been held accountable for, and all of all the nasty, disgusting, depraved crap that he's done in his life, they're like, but he was on crack.
Yeah, it's all excused.
It's all excused because of that. Meanwhile, if you and I were on crack, it's like we did stupid crap, didn't pay our taxes, didn't do all this stuff. But they would not have a shred of like they would not care. They wouldn't care.
Right.
Do you think they'd have any sympathy, like just even a tiny morsel of sympathy for us if we were on crack and still didn't pay our taxes, did the gun stuff? We're having sex with male prostitutes. I mean, it's like think of all the things that this guy has done over the past however many years. He's not done a single wonderful thing with his life. Not one thing. Not to mention, like I had to explain to my daughter-in-law yesterday, because she didn't even know that he had an illegitimate daughter.
Really?
She didn't even know yesterday. Like it was yesterday when she found out that he had an illegitimate daughter named Navy. And then she went down the rabbit hole and she was like, oh my God, she's adorable. And I'm like, yeah. And he knocked down his child support because he's a deadbeat dad. I had to explain all that to her yesterday because they don't talk about it on the news because they ignore it. I'm like, and this is why I have such disdain for this family because they're so hypocritical about so many things. I'm like, and there's this precious little girl who they just completely discount because I guess mom was a stripper or something. I don't know. I'm not sure why they discount her. But he talks about how he has 6 grandchildren and there's a 7th who he doesn't even acknowledge. Mm-hmm. I'm like, so all of these things, it's like, so Ana Navarro can be on a stage and talk about what a great father he is. Well, what about that kid that you don't even recognize?
Yeah.
You know, you're a great father. You're a great grandfather. What a great guy you are. But seriously, are you? Because you're really not. He's not
And
at all.
somehow they settled that name situation with the mom of Navy. She wanted to name her Navy Joan Biden.
Yeah.
And they I don't know what they did, but they convinced her, no, not only are you not going to do that, we're only going to give you $5,000 a month now instead of the $20,000 that you've been getting. So that
Unbelievable.
is very sketch to me, how that all of a sudden happened at the exact same time as his sweetheart deal from the DOJ. Like, what kind of threatening did they do to that woman?
Yeah.
You know
and
what I
how-
mean?
And how can they not? How can they tell her that she can't have the Biden name? I don't understand that. In regular everyday society, if a woman, you know, is impregnated by a dude, you can go and have her name. You can have that child's name be the last name of the father. I just don't
You can
understand.
make the name whatever you want, as
Right.
we know from Kylie.
Right. Exactly. So I'm not sure how this happened. I really don't. Like, that had to be a strong arm thing.
That's
They
what I
had-
think.
Exactly. And that is, to me, that's very ominous. It's malicious.
Yeah.
In fact. Yeah.
I mean, because
And
remember how I was like rooting for her so hard because she was like,
Yes.
oh, you're going to try to settle this for lower? How about some discovery then? I
Yeah.
want to see how you make your money.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, crickets.
Yeah. And how about I make my kid's name Biden? So she'll always have that as that'll give her a leg up, since you're not going to freaking pay me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
something is so
yes,
sketch
something
about
is
that.
sketch, and shame on them. So how dare Anna Navarro get on a stage and say that he's a great father and a grandfather? It's like, screw you people. You're
I
such
know.
hypocrites.
Just unreal. Yesterday, we showed you video of how completely jacked RFK Jr. is. I mean, he is
A kangaroo.
Oh
He's a
my
kangaroo.
gosh. He is a muscular kangaroo. So naturally, people who are mad at him for having a voice that is heard, people like Jessica Tarlov, are insisting that that's fake, that he is on roids, or he's like, you know, whatever he's doing, it's not natural. And she's so mad about it, you guys.
Is. Yeah.
She is so mad. And if there was ever someone who embodied the C word, it is Jessica Tarlov. Okay. I don't use that often, but when the shoe fits,
Yeah,
right?
she is a piece of work, this one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Look at this meltdown.
See this prison type workout that RFK Jr. is doing.
I do not think they care at all.
They've seen it, though.
Well, everyone's seen it. How you felt about it varies depending on your political affiliation. And I hate to be Debbie Downer, but I'm paid to do so. So I'm going to tell you again.
To be Debbie Downer?
Yes. No.
She's so mad.
Real live Democrats that believe in the Democratic Party and what it stands for, like RFK. They also do not think that that is natural. To Greg's point, don't know what he's on, don't want to surmise. It's not normal for a 70-year-old. There also weren't that many weights on that bar. I'm just pointing it out.
Weight shaming.
Wow.
And I'm not saying they were lady push-ups.
Why is that
but-
not normal for a 70-year-old? Don't even go there, all right?
Well,
a
I'm
lot
gonna
of people
go there
are in
if
great
I-
shape when they're 70.
I'm sorry.
Men and
Just
women.
not Democrat men.
Sure, my mom is 70 and she looks amazing. But that man's body does not look like any 70-year-old. Did not look like what my dad looked like. Even before he had
Did your
cancer.
dad work out constantly? This guy's working out
Okay, so
constantly.
how
Don't
about this?
take it away from him.
I don't want a guy who could be an assistant trainer at Planet Fitness to be the president.
Really? Well, then why do you want Gavin
hag.
Newsom? Isn't he the good-looking? Isn't that
How about
what
I'm not
he's all
looking to
about?
hire anyone based on how attractive they are. I'm interested in their policies.
It's a
and
factor.
RFK is
It's a factor.
sure being good looking helps in life tremendously, no matter what you're doing.
Tell me about it.
This is the thing. Like, all Democrat men are like, oh no, that's we don't like that. Like, well, I don't want to look like that. I don't want to work out. I don't want to be masculine. Like, you could tell there's like this, there's a whole different like discussion to be had from what she was saying. Like, you could, like, she hates him, so she's gonna make fun of him no matter what. You know what I mean? I think she just feels threatened by the whole RFK thing anyway. Like, the whole, because she just is so in love and infatuated with the Biden family and the status quo and the establishment. So she's all into that. But so you can tell she's just like, oh, no RFK, no. But then there's also the whole discussion to be had about the muscle thing and then the masculine thing. And I think that so many Democrat women hate that. They hate men who are masculine. And you
They
can
like
tell
they like the manlets.
Yes, they do. And you can tell just by that segment that she was like, I'd love to see her husband.
You know what I thought was most interesting about it is that all the people, on the left who are like, those are steroids and that he's like totally taking testosterone. It made me think, but you guys are all about people trying to change their biological gender by roiding up or shooting testosterone, filling themselves with hormones. That's fine and natural and real women. If it's a trans women are women. And you have a problem with RFK Jr. looking fit?
Yeah.
What? I don't know what he's taking. I suspect he's doing nothing but working himself out. That's my guess.
I mean,
but if he is taking testosterone, why all of a sudden is taking hormones a big problem for Democrats?
Right.
This is all they like to do.
Why is taking anything a big problem for Democrats? They were shoving vaccines in our faces for years. I mean, it's like, seriously? All of a sudden they're against any sort of like pharmaceutical? Get bent. Yeah, get bent on that. I mean, it's like the jury's out. I don't know if he's taking anything or not either. It doesn't really matter at this point. And if he wants to take some sort of, I don't know, human growth hormone, whatever it is he wants, whatever. The dude looks good.
He looks great.
He looks great. And he's, and I will take health advice from him over Peter, whatever his name is, any day of the week, because he seems to be doing something better than that squishy dude. Who's flip-flopping on health advice. So
I hope Jessica's not doing any Botox because that's also an injectable. Jessica.
Exactly.
Anyway, cannot stand that hag.
Yeah, she is insufferable. I mean, just insufferable.
All right, it's time for your whack.
Okay, my whack today is about, listen, we have to go back to the Pride stuff. I know we don't want to revisit all the Pride weirdness, but
it's the summer of Pride now, so
it's the whole summer, you guys. But I saw this yesterday and I'm like, okay, I missed this from over the weekend. This is insane. Pride is supposed to be about love and acceptance and, love is love, blah. Well, I saw this, and of course, kids are involved. This is nuts. It's a video of these people showing at the Pride Parade, showing kids to throw bricks at Republicans.
At pictures of Republican faces?
Right. And I think you have the video you can show everybody. But like, what does this have to do with being gay or lesbian? What is this? Like they're teaching kids to hate Republican politicians. That's what these kids are doing. And I was just like, that is insanity. So these parents will bring their kids to these pride parades. They see all these naked people, first of all, which is completely disgusting. But then on top of that, they have these little booths. Well, they'll give kids bricks to throw at Republican politicians. What are we doing?
It's just not.
How is that okay
in any way?
Yeah,
okay.
It's beyond indoctrination. Like that is just mental. Like something is wrong with these people's brains. You don't do that ever to little kids. Yeah, it's spreading violence. It is. It's violent. It's so unbelievably wrong. Whack.
That's whack. That is freaking whack. Okay, so it is time for some talks, but if you could possibly allow me a moment of personal privilege, because yesterday when I was showing presents, I meant to play this video, and this, it's actually just an audio clip, but for my birthday, and because someone was mad at me in the comments like a week ago, I think because I had said it was like my birthday eve, or whatever I said, 5 days in advance. And someone say that I was immature or somebody was complaining that I was,
they said, grow up.
They were mad at me because I was daring to celebrate my birthday in advance. And they were like, you shouldn't do that or whatever they said. It was somebody being just a jerk for no reason. So, Deborah Burnish recorded me a birthday song, and I wanted to share it because of the way she ends it. Okay, so it's the normal birthday song, and she just changed the words a little bit. And so here is what she sent me.
Happy birthday early to you. Happy birthday early to you. It's your show, you can do whatever you want to, early as you want to, celebrate your birthday. Happy birthday early to Mark.
That was sweet. I loved it. Wasn't that so great?
Yeah, it was very, very sweet. Yeah,
thank you,
Deborah. You can do whatever you want to. You can eat cake in the morning. You can do whatever you want. You can all month long. If Pride can have a summer, you can have a whole month if you want it.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I can. Nobody's going to steal my joy.
Right.
So
Right.
363 days till my next birthday, you guys.
Get ready.
And
Start preparing.
if you try to give me crap about it, I'm going to say all the Eves, and that will take like a whole show. So
it's going to take a long time, you guys. Don't get her. Don't tempt her.
All right, let's get to some MyPillow talks. As soon as I remind you to visit mypillow.com/chicks, the /chicks, very important to get the best deals, like the flip-flops that are now less than $20, like the sweatshirts, the nice schlubby, warm, many different colored sweatshirts, $15, you guys, when you use code chicks at mypillow.com/chicks. My favorite podcasters are back, and so you have to hear them.
Your understanding of life and what we know it to be is not on par.
For what?
Everything. Like, it's not good. You
Example.
don't understand things and how they work.
Give me an example.
Do you know what it takes for someone to be the president?
Yeah.
What?
Like you apply.
Did you just say you apply to be the president? Like there's a job listing?
Yes.
Like 1-800 most important job on earth. We're taking all applications.
You have to have a resume attached.
A resume. You need a CV to be the president. You need a resume to be the president.
Like government.com doesn't have jobs or something.
Who the government.com. It's done. You think there's a waiting list for presidency?
There's probably a lot of people that want it.
Oh my God.
How do you become a president? You just ask somebody?
No, you can't just be like, hey, can I rule Earth real quick? You mind if I take a shot at it? No.
This is the president of the job.
Yeah.
How do you get jobs?
It's the president.
So my logic isn't bad, though.
You just said you check boxes and fill out an application and attach your handwritten resume to lead the free world.
Yeah, and you get like a face-to-face interview with like Congress.
Oh, they have an HR department for the White House.
Yes. No one knows that. You don't think the White House has HR?
Dog. You're
I mean, you guys, it's hilarious, but also terrifying because I believe him.
That he doesn't know. That he doesn't know how it works.
Yeah. I believe
these guys are what, like 25, and they have no idea how it works. Yeah.
I mean, the other dude seems to have an idea, maybe.
Yeah, but I don't think maybe. I don't think they know. I don't think they legitimately know. This is youth.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
This cat has a lot to say.
In here. You can say whatever you want to say. You at the wrong house. You better get your
I would take that cat inside.
You have to go. Don't you ever come up in my house no more.
Oh my God.
I
If
have
he was
my
at my
own
house.
pets. We didn't ask for you. You better get off my porch.
He would so come in my house.
You have.
If he spoke to me like that,
Girl,
he would
boy,
be coming
whatever
inside.
You got to go. Okay, off my porch.
Oh my God.
Oh, seriously. Honey, the blood of Jesus against you. You better get off my porch. Coming up in my house. Take them germs and go on somewhere.
Oh my God.
Snickers.
Somebody said he's getting ready to puke up a hairball. I don't.
Oh no, nothing. That's right. Oh no. Bye. You better go on somewhere with your crazy.
I would have let him in. Like any cat that talks to me like that, I would so be like, "You're coming in. You're living with me. We're gonna have conversations all the time." I love that cat. What if he had?
Why? Rabies? That cat is so mad.
Oh my God. Do you think he has rabies? I don't know about rabid cats, but he looks like he would be a good conversationalist. We would have lots of conversation. I don't
think that's a cat that you want. That's
really?
not. I don't think that's a good cat.
Well, usually most cats are not friendly. Like they don't do it. They just they attack you. He looks like he would be nice.
He was mad. The ears were back and like he was
anger?
mad. Yeah, the cats don't make that sound when they're happy. That's not a happy cat sound.
I have no understanding of cats whatsoever.
That's why I do worry that you would take that one in.
I would have taken him in. I would have. No understanding.
On the other hand, there's also this cat.
Found a cat on the road.
Oh my God.
I think we're friends. Found a cat.
That's not a cat.
That is not a cat.
What is that? What was it?
I don't really know. Does anybody know what that is? What is that? Look at that again.
Yeah, let's look at that
Found
again.
a cat on the road.
Badger? Is it a badger?
Is it a badger? I can't.
I think it's a badger.
What is that? Badger. I think it's a badger. Yeah, it's a badger.
That's a horrible sound.
I don't think you want to pick a badger up. I don't think you want to do that.
That badger was not happy with that dude.
And I don't think he wanted to be picked up.
No, clearly he did not. Look at this husky. He got
cute.
right in her face.
So cute.
I thought this was going to be a dog that was in trouble. It was not a dog. Look.
Oh my God, what a mess. What is it? Oh,
How you doing, Colt?
no. Oh God.
I don't know what that is.
It looks like paint, you guys.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
What you doing, Colt?
Cole
I love that the dad
is-
was like, "What you doing?
What you doing?" Oh my God. Mom's gonna be pissed. Mom's basically gonna leave the house. She's never coming back.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Yikes.
goodness. Kids are awesome. Yeah.
I have a couple clips of the famous when siblings text each other guy.
Okay.
So he's got a couple new when siblings text videos.
I can't remember a song. Can you help me? I'm at work, but sure. Okay, it goes like this. Bum 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 bum. Stop. Stop. Bum 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 bum. What am I supposed to do with this? That's how the song goes. I cannot listen to a text message. But the song goes like bum 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 bum. That doesn't help me at all. Please just help me. Where did the thinking stop? Oh, I found it. Never mind. You have been blocked by this number. I can't.
It's like you and your sister totally do this.
It so is.
So
It's
what you do.
exactly like us.
I know.
Oh my God.
I love how her sister, like for her birthday, she just put on Facebook, "Happy birthday, turd face." Like that's how I just love that. There's nothing more that I love than that. That's the best. And then
That
it's like
is
a
our
picture of
relationship.
Robbie Williams like doing some like that's their relationship.
know,
It's the
it's
greatest thing
perfect.
ever. I love it. Yeah.
All right, one more.
Can you get cinnamon rolls while you're at the store? No, I'm already in line. Okay, can you get out of line and get them? No. Why not? Because the line is super long and I don't care about you enough to get cinnamon rolls. I'll never ask you for anything ever again. Yes, you will. You're a sponge and you don't do anything. Just get me cinnamon rolls. Missed call. Don't call me. Just please get them. Eat a salad instead.
It's so accurate. So accurate. Siblings.
Oh my God. I freaking love them.
Yeah. So great.
Anyway, those were your talks for today.
Those are great talks, you guys. Are you gonna get up? You gonna get up? He's actually not gonna get up today.
Really?
It's
He's
Tuesday.
out.
You guys may be able to see him tomorrow or Thursday, but
Well, he heard it was the summer of Pride, and he was like, "I'm
The
done.
summer.
I'm out."
like, I'm out. He saw Rachel Levine at one point and he just passed out completely. He can't take that, you guys. He just can't.
Too much. It's too much.
Subjecting Cash to Rachel Levine. He's not going to wake up for another 24 hours. You guys bring it in. No Tuesday flaps.
No Tuesday
But,
flaps.
there will be some flaps tomorrow, you guys. I don't know. Why does he hate Tuesdays? I don't know. I'll have to ask him that. We're going to have a conversation. We have to involve the cat that converses and see if we can all have a conversation about that.
Maybe the cat can work as a translator. But to be fair, Cash did flap twice yesterday. So
did.
he covered Tuesday.
Yeah, he preemptively flapped for today.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
feel like we're good. Like we're going to make it.
I think so too. You guys got some flaps yesterday. You guys have a great Tuesday and we will talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Bye, everybody.